Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm super excited for today's video because I am filming in my new space. As you can see, this is not my normal background. I'm filming from my dining room with these built-ins. I was able to put all of my books there. I am so happy I have space for all of my books. Those of you who are new here, I want to bring you up to speed. So I recently got divorced and we finally sold the house. It is done and I have moved to a new space with my girls. It's definitely been some bittersweet moments. Leaving the house after 7 years was kind of sad, but at the same time I'm super excited to have my own place and I actually love the new place. So talking about new, I also have the new Patrick Ta Major Dimensions Mattes palette. When Patrick Ta came out with his Major Dimensions 2 and I tried out the mattes in that palette, right away I was like, I need an all mattes palette from this brand. And he listened, which is pretty cool. Here is what it looks like on the inside. You have basically everything from light shades to medium to dark. He did change the formula of the cream shadows, that they are, I don't even know what the right word is, but they are thicker and like stickier. So I feel like they will not budge from your eyes. And I really like that. And what else that's cool about this palette is it's not your typical fingerprinty palette. You know, a lot of us did complain that his palettes get all fingerprints on them, and he changed it up. I love when brands listen to their customers and make appropriate changes. I have lots and lots of comparisons for you guys. I recently also got this Makeup by Mario palette. I felt like it looked so much similar to the new Patrick Ta Mattes palette that I wanted to try it out and do a comparison. So I will have a swatch comparisons between this palette and the Patrick Ta palette in natural lighting. I'm inserting a clip for you guys so you can see that the swatches look pretty much the same. So technically, if you have the Makeup by Mario palette, you don't really need the new Patrick Ta palette because they're the same. The only difference is that the Patrick Ta palette has those cream eyeshadows, which are really nice. And as a makeup collector and a reviewer, I don't mind having two. But honestly, I really like the Makeup by Mario, which I'm surprised by. It's just easier to hold and work with. Like, it's more compact, you can easily open it, it's easy to open, use. You could throw it in your purse if you are packing quickly for traveling. Whereas this one, you hear that click, it's a little bit harder to open. So it's possible that I actually might end up using this palette a lot more. But this one gets a lot dirtier because of the white packaging. Here is another clip where I am comparing the new palette with the older palettes. I did not see too many similarities. I think I basically found only one shade that was similar. Major Dimensions 2 palette is more of like rose tone palette, which is not something you see in the new palette. The new palette is warm and cool tones. And the Major Dimensions 1 palette it's basically mostly warm. Still, the shades are different, so you'll definitely not have too much repetition if you have the other two palettes already in your collection. So now that the swatches are out of the way, let me show you two looks. I did one glam look. I did add some shimmer shadow in there to make it glam, and then the other one is just more of like an everyday look. And by the way, this look, which is more of a smoky look, is also from the same palette, and I have a shorts video with a tutorial of how to create this look. Starting by putting the lightest shade in my brow bone, and then I'm gonna take this medium brown into the crease, actually a little bit above the crease, and then a darker brown into the crease with a smaller brush so I can create a more defined line. And then I'm gonna take the black cream shadow and then apply it all over the lid and extend it into the outer corner of the eye. I'm also applying it into my waterline. And then using the same brown shade into the lower lash line, extending it outwards, and just blending it and diffusing it out a little bit. Because I wanted to create a glam look, I did take the shimmer shade from the Major Dimensions 2 palette. I tried using the brush, but I think the finger worked out better. I did define the wing with an angled brush afterwards. Here is the final look. I absolutely love it. I love when the brown peeks out behind the black and the gold. On to the second look. This time I'm going to use the brown cream shadow and then apply the lightest shade on top of it. The brush worked out better for this one instead of the finger. I love how this created a new shade color. In the outer corner, I did apply this taupey shade over the brown cream shade, and then brought it into the lower lash line, and then used a mix of matte and cream black shades to create this liner look. I cleaned up the lower lash line with some concealer and applied some mascara. And here's the final look. I absolutely love it. I love how blended and seamless it looks. I hope this video was helpful for you. I really wanted to give you swatch comparisons in natural light. And at the end of the day, the Makeup by Mario and Patrick Ta Dimensions 3 palette are pretty much the same. So, you know, think about that in case you already have the Makeup by Mario palette. And but if you are a Patrick Ta fan, you're definitely not being repetitive by buying this palette. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you liked it, make sure you hit that like button, and if you haven't, make sure to subscribe. Thank you. Bye.